Hey everybody, it's Mark from frogdata. Today we're going to talk about income statement and balance sheet, two of the report pages in the frogdata platform that can actually help you instead of having to look at your financial statement and get through all of the 8 to 10 to 12 pages that you see there, how you can use the frogdata tool to navigate through and make sure that everything looks the way it should on a monthly basis, account by account, then also compare it on a 13-month trend. So the first thing we're going to look at, obviously when you're looking at your financial statement, the top page is going to be your balance sheet. So you're going to take a look at your assets versus liabilities. So on the Frog Data platform, if you go to the accounting tab and click on balance sheet, you will see the balance sheet pull up. Now there's a multitude of things that you can do with this report. A couple cool features. The first thing is this is one of our on-demand reports that we have a refresh data button. If you click on the refresh data button, we'll go back and pull the most current information from your DMS to populate your tool at that period of time. So we do say that it could take a couple minutes for it to fully refresh. So just give it a little bit of time, but click on that button. It goes back to the DMS, pulls your current information so you can look at your current account balances. So the next feature on it is a month dropdown. So as far back as we go as far as accounting data within the tool, you can go back and look at previous months and you can take a look and see everything, what your balances were at the end of that particular month in each one of your accounts. So in this instance, we're going to look at May 2021, which is on the screen right behind you. And let's go back and take a look at April. So we'll click on April 2021. And now you can see that in this instance, it's not balanced out. But you can see your assets and your liabilities. So if we go through here and for assets, so it's broken into two summaries, our demo site. You've got your current and working assets and you've got your fixed assets. So if you want to dive into your current and working assets, simply click on the plus and it's going to go ahead and show you the two different summaries that are in there. One is current assets, one is working assets. So if we want to dive into current assets, click on the plus, go to the next drill. This drill has your cash accounts, your inventory accounts, your other accounts, and your receivables. So let's say I want to take a look at my contracts in transit. I can simply click on cash, and now based upon how it lays out on your financial statement, you can look at your cash on hand and your contracts in transit. So if I want to dive even further into contracts in transit to see what makes up this balance of $618,252, I can go ahead and click on that plus, and now I can see that that particular account, which is account S20500, contracts in transit. If I wanted to see specific journal entries, all I have to do is click on that plus. It's going to go ahead and pull down a table, which is a searchable, sortable, filterable table. You can see there's over 4,000 items included in here, and I can go ahead and I can see all my journal entries. I can see the control number, I can see descriptions, I can see balances. So kind of a neat feature instead of having to go back and track all this down through your your DMS system, which may or not be mapped to your financial statement. And most of the time when you do map your financial statement, you're just mapping the number to the statement. This is actually a living and breathing statement for you. So you can do the same thing when it comes to liabilities. So if you want to dig in and look at your current liabilities or however it's summarized, Frog Data will actually set this up for you based upon the layout of your manufacturer's statement. So however you want to look at it, however you're used to looking at it, we can go ahead and do that for you. If you ever want to close one of these accounts, just simply click the minus. It will shrink or collapse the summary or the drills that you've gone into. And one of the cool features is that if you ever want to take a look and see what accounts are made up of each one of these summaries, we include a downloadable formatted Excel. If you click on that formatted Excel, it'll go ahead and automatically download that to your computer, your desktop, and that will actually be a document that you can use and play with. So as you see here, you can see there's the account name with the summaries and there's the April balance. We do include an expected value, which is basically we're looking at your historical information and looking at it account by account and seeing where you should be based upon what you've done historically. Now you may not ever use that, no problem, but if you do want to go through here and look through it and see, and obviously if you make any changes to your statements, we need to know about them because we don't necessarily know how you're changing that. So you could simply go into one of these Excel spreadsheets, take a look at it. Let's say that this account S26104, that this needs to be moved from one section to another. We can simply do that for you. Usually takes 24 to 48 hours max for us to turn that around, but we give you the opportunity to go through and make sure that everything's lined up the way you would expect it to be from your chart of accounts. So that's the balance sheet. If we want to take a look at the income statement, simply go to the accounting tab up on top. The first report down is income statement. Select that, and the income statement report pulls up. Again, a lot of the same features as the balance sheet. So you'll have the income statement with a refresh data button to refresh and get the most current data. And then you can go ahead and change the months for what you're looking at. Always defaults to the current month, but as we know, as I'm making this, the previous month is not closed out, so you might see some discrepancies. But if you go back to a previous month, we'll go ahead and we'll map your income statement to the remainder of your financial statement. So in this instance, we can look and see there's a variable operations department, fixed operations department, then you've got your expenses and categories, and then you've got your additions to income, and then at the bottom, that's your net income. So if you want to take a look at this, you can see where you were for that month, same month year over year, what was your year-to-date number, what's your year-to-date difference year over year, and then you can look at your previous 13 months. So you can see the trend, so you can really dig in and dive into your statement. So, and then just like the balance sheet, if you want to go in and look at specific accounts, like let's say I want to look at my new vehicles and I want to see, category by category. If I click on the plus, now I can see at my particular group here, I have two dealerships or two brands. So I've got Mazda and Subaru. Mazda, not really doing a whole lot. Subaru, if I go ahead and click on Subaru, now it's going to get into the make and, or actually the model, the make is Subaru. But I can go in and look account by account. So if I want to look and see what was my gross profit on Foresters, I can see that in March it was 92,984. And if I drill in more to that, I can see what are the accounts that make that up. Well, there's my sales account and there's my cost account. And so the combination of these two balances make up what the actual gross profit is. So you can see this, you can dive in, you can look at it, you can look at transaction by transaction, and you can go through each area of your business. Now, one of the things we wanted to make sure we did in case, let's say your variable operations manager or general sales manager, you only want them to see what goes on with the variable ops department, or your service director or fixed ops manager, you only want them to see what's going on with the fixed department. Well, we've gone ahead and we've put we've broken out this actual report into variable ops income, and then we also have fixed ops income. So when you're looking at it, in this case, we'll look at the fixed ops income. You can actually see that the fixed ops is only going to show you what's going on in the fixed ops department, broken out by each department that makes up your fixed ops department. So your parts and accessory and your service department. If you did have a body shop, you could put that in here as well. And then we'll look at your expenses that are specific to your actual fixed ops department. And as you scroll down, you can see profitability as well. So what was the profitability of the parts department, mechanical department, body department. So that is how we do accounting, and that's how we have reports that match up to your financial statement. We work with all of our dealers to make sure that the layout of our income statement and our balance sheet match up to what you're used to looking at. And from there, we develop and provide a lot more accounting reports specifically for you, with the idea that it's going to be a one-stop shop. Everything that you need is going to take place in one tool that you can access 24/7 from wherever you are. So for more information regarding income reports and balance sheet and fixed ops income or variable ops income, please feel free to reach out to us, www.frogdata.com. Contact us, and we'd be more than happy to tell you more about our product. Thank you.